There's a legend in the West about a cowboy named Pecos Bill. People say he was the strongest, smartest cowboy that ever lived. As a baby, Bill grew strong by drinking lion's milk, and he often wrestled big old grizzly bears just for fun. One day, his family moved west. When the wagon hit a bump, Bill accidentally fell out and landed in the Pecos River in Texas. His family was so large and his brothers and sisters were so noisy that Bill wasn't missed for 4 days. But by then it was too late. The family was too far away to go back, and Bill had already been adopted by some wild coyotes. Bill lived with the coyotes and became just like one of them. He grew up strong and bold, and before long, he could outrun, outfight, and outhowl any coyote in the pack. One day, a cowboy saw a strange sight. He pulled his horse up short and stared. There was Bill, running with a pack of coyotes. The cowboy moved in for a closer look. "Well, I'll be hornswoggled," he said, when he got a good look at Bill. "You're not a coyote?" By this time, however, Bill thought he was a coyote. "I have fleas," Bill snarled. "So naturally I must be a coyote." "If you're a coyote," laughed the cowboy, "where's your furry tail?" Bill scratched his head. He had to admit that he didn't have a tail. "You must be human," the cowboy said. "You must be right," said Bill. Then he decided to see how humans lived. "You'll need some clothes first," the cowboy suggested. "That's easy," Bill said, and he grabbed a bull so fast that the bull jumped right out of its skin, and Bill made himself a suit. The cowboy was amazed. "Well, you'll need a horse to ride," he said. "No problem," Bill answered. Then, quick as a wink, he caught and tamed a wildcat. Bill and the cowboy rode side by side. Suddenly, a mean rattlesnake got in Bill's way. Bill wasn't scared. He picked up the snake by the tail and swung it over his head until it stretched into a long rope. That's how Bill invented the first lasso. Bill and the cowboy rode on until they came to the Dusty Dipper Ranch, where all the cowboys welcomed them. Bill was really a clever young man. He had lots of ideas. He invented branding so the cowboys could tell their cows apart. He also invented cowboy songs for the men to sing in the bunkhouse after a hard day's work. Songs like, "Yippee-yi, yippee-yay, I ride a horse all day." No challenge was too great for Bill. One day, he heard about a wild horse called Lightning and set out to tame him. But with Lightning, Bill found his match. No matter how hard Bill tried, he couldn't tame Lightning. And the great horse found that he could not throw Bill. "We make a good team," puffed Bill. "Join up with me and I'll make you the most famous horse in the West." Lightning thought it over. He agreed he had met his match. Bill and Lightning started the first rodeo, just to show town folks what cowboys could do. Once, a big drought hit the Southwest. It was so dry and hot that even the cactus dried up. All the cowboys could do was sit in the shade and try to keep cool. Even the coyotes were too thirsty to howl. This dry spell has to end, Bill decided. He suddenly saw a cyclone spinning in the sky over Oklahoma. "Just what I need," Bill shouted. "I can ride that cyclone." And that's just what Bill did. He jumped on the cyclone's back and squeezed enough rain out of it to end the drought in the Southwest. After that, Bill was a great hero among the cowboys. Bill loved the life of a cowboy, but sometimes he was lonely. Then he saw Slew Foot Sue riding a giant catfish down the Rio Grande River. It was love at first sight. "Marry me, Slew Foot Sue," Bill said the moment she stepped ashore. Slew Foot Sue had heard about the great Pecos Bill. "I'll marry you only if you let me ride Lightning," Sue answered. "But he might throw you," Bill warned. "Oh, you don't really love me," said Sue. "I won't marry you." "You can ride Lightning on our wedding day," he promised, thinking you would change your mind by then. But try as he would, Bill could not get Sue to change her mind. On their wedding day, Sue was still determined to ride Lightning. As soon as the wedding ceremony was over, Sue climbed on Lightning's back. Lightning didn't like it one bit. He began to buck, tossing Sue higher and higher. Up to the moon. Pecos Bill was so heartbroken that his tears flowed to the ground and made a great salt river. He was so sad and lonely that he lost all interest in being a cowboy. Then, one sad day, he climbed on Lightning and rode off into the desert to die. But even now, when the moon seems to be smiling, cowboys say it's the face of Slew Foot Sue. And some claim if you listen carefully, you can hear the ghost of Pecos Bill howling with the coyotes.